Ohio State comes in once beaten, and the Buckeyes now must play the role of spoiler in Pasadena.
The Rose Bowl is what we prepared for all year. That's what all the running is for. That's what all the practicing is for. Now we're in the Rose Bowl. It's time to go out and do it.
LSU is going to meet a great Ohio State football team who's going to be hungry, fresh off a loss. If we don't have an opportunity to win the championship, we're going to try to spoil somebody else's opportunity.
Arizona State's perfect season means their title hopes are still alive. It's been a decade since their last reign. The Phoenix again is ready to soar, eager to bring the glory back to the Valley of the Sun. This game is all it stands between the Sun Devils and a season of destiny.
Me and my team, this game means we're finally one step away from reaching the ultimate goal, and that's to win the Rose Bowl. To be remembered as part of that game is something that me and my teammates will remember for the rest of our lives.
It's the Rose Bowl, the granddaddy, and this year the stakes have been raised. Our scene at Pasadena now as you look live at the first of two major showdowns that will determine the national champion. Arizona State thinking very large in this game against Ohio State. And then, of course, tomorrow in New Orleans, the Nokia Sugar Bowl. ABC Sports welcomes you to the granddaddy. It's the Rose Bowl. The Buckeyes of Ohio State against the Sun Devils of Arizona State. On an overcast day in Pasadena. Light rain earlier today, but no moisture right now. Happy New Year and welcome everybody. I'm Brent Musburger with the coach Dick Vermeil. So Dick, Arizona State thinking about a national championship. What about this exciting team?
Well, they are a national championship caliber offensive football team, and from mid-season on, they've played that way defensively. They have the ability to win it all.
And what about the Ohio State Buckeyes? Sorely disappointed about losing again to Michigan.
I know it. They've tapered off at the last couple games offensively. Defensively, one of the better teams in the country. Opening up the game plan offensively. Look for them to be more aggressive offensively.
And, of course, John Cooper's record in bowl games is not good either. Only 1-6. He wants to do something about that right here today against Arizona State. And there is Terry Battle. When we were here in early October, he hauled one back 99 yards. He's returned 2 kickoffs for touchdowns. We're underway in Pasadena. And here comes Battle. Hole in the middle. 33-yard line, and it's time for Jake the Snake to go to work. What a wonderful record he has. It was early in his freshman season that he stepped up as the starting quarterback, and that makes this Rose Bowl his 40th consecutive start with 64 career touchdown passes at Tempe.
Arizona State, the 33-yard line.
So coming out with that play called on the sideline as they plan to do. Plummer with a few words for Battle. Let's see if he's going to get the first carry. It's going to be a short setup pass, and it is complete to the 42-yard line. Lindsey Jackson, the wide receiver, as we meet the backs and receivers. Lindsey's number 83. Battle, of course, is 8. Keith Poole is the favored receiver of Jake. He's number 3. Steve Bush, he was injured earlier this season, number 82, a good tight end. And Jeff Hawk. Wait till you see the incredible Hulk when he's on the field, set up that blocking. Dick, what about the plan here unfolding for the Sun Devils?
Well, Dan Caseta, the offensive coordinator, wants to open quick, fast tempo, just what they're doing right now. They're going to use their entire package early.
The Incredible Hulk is short of that first down, but he kept going. He just refuses to yield. And on the second effort behind this offensive line, he reached out toward that first down marker. 2 tights as a signal from Bruce on the far side.
All calls go through Bruce Snyder. He doesn't make them, but he has the right to say, hey, let's try something different. He will set the tone.
So it will be 3rd and inches, and that's why Coach Snyder opted to go for the muscle up front. Give himself a couple extra blockers against the front.
They don't like to run with Jake on the quarterback sneak, so look for him to hand the ball off.
Which they do. It's Battle. Hole, first down, close to midfield. Kelly was there, along with the strong safety, number 13, Damon Moore. Now the defensive line from Ohio State, and it's a real good one. Finkus 92, Vrabel 94. Luke Fickell is a story. He's next to Winfield Garnett. Fickell, 99, has an injured pec muscle, and so he was somewhat questionable. This is his 50th consecutive start down in the trenches. The swing is to Battle. Slides down, but he crosses into Ohio State territory, and the nickelback, Antoine Winfield, number 11. The linebackers from Ohio State, and they include the freshman of the year, Greg Belisari, the veteran number 30, along with Ryan Miller, are outside. The big cat, Andy Katzenmoyer, familiar number. And there you see Belisari. There is number 45, last worn here at the Rose Bowl by a fellow by the name of Archie Griffin. Back-to-back Heisman trophies he won at Columbus. Second down for Jake and the Sun Devils. They're at the Ohio State 47-yard line. Plummer in trouble, going down. And the big cat, Andy Katzenmoyer, rolls in with the game's first sack.
They went to a blitz on the slot side, Brent. They brought the corner, number 11, rolled up on the slot. That's Winfield. He's the nickelback. And they brought Katzenmoyer, called him correctly. They want to rush 4 guys to one side. You'll see this from the left side of your screen. You'll see number 11. Flash. Here he comes. Hard to pick him up. See, Roquet, number 74, trying to determine which man to pick up. Roquet didn't make the decision quick enough.
He's a good punter, Lance Anderson. He's a senior from Apple Valley, California. Many of the youngsters on the Sun Devil roster out of the state of California. There's another good freshman, David Boston from Humboldt, Texas. Back deep for the Bucks, standing on their 10-yard line. Tillman, the linebacker, 42, is the short man. Boston at the 15, can't shake the first man who is down there, and he goes down short of that 20-yard line.
Kevin Tomasini did a great job on that one, Brent.
Second down and 8. Ball at the 42-yard line. And here's Jackson. They sprint him to the left. Good runner. Jackson short of the first down. Out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and Derek Smith again in active pursuit of Stanley Jackson.
Out of bounds by Derek Smith.
Now you can see that Soward, one of the corners, is over there too. We have talked about the defensive backs from Ohio State, but the defensive backs from Arizona State can run too.
Oh, no question, and they can tackle as well, Brent. See, play action here. This is the one thing that Jackson brings to the offense. Ability to run, but contrary to what I would normally think, Phil Snow, defensive coordinator, Arizona State, wants him to run. They want to force him to run and then fill in those lanes and knock the heck out of him.
See what Cooper's offense comes up with now on 3rd and 3.
Pressure defense. Here they come. Safeties.
Short drop. Fires high. Complete. First down. Buckeyes at the Sun Devils 45-yard line. And he put the ball back at D. Miller's hands. The sophomore from Springfield, Ohio, with his second reception of the game. And Soward was the corner.
Tight man-to-man coverage. They brought both safeties that time. But in throwing the ball quickly, you can get rid of it before the safeties get there. You can see the blitz is coming, the maroon jersey. Tight man-to-man. Defensive holding should have been called. It wasn't. They got away with it. Taking one more look. You can see to the left side of your screen how tight the coverage was. They defy you to go deep.
6:39 to go, opening quarter. Arizona State and Ohio State are scoreless. The main storyline, the Sun Devils trying to win a national championship. John Cooper trying to win one for pride. Only 1-6 in bowl games. 1st and 10 at the Sun Devils 45. Fake it into round. Jackson tries to buy time, and now he'll hoof it. Good runner. 40, 35. Cut back. Down hard at the 26-yard line.
I'll tell you what they did. They're bringing both safeties up, playing both corners man-to-man, bringing the safeties up to attack the run. They ran a play action. They had an X-post pattern. Here are the safeties coming up, getting on the run. See, they took the X-post, ran him down the hole. They had it, but the pressure, he could not set up and throw it. See him go down the hole? There he is. All he has to do is throw it over the shoulder. He couldn't do it. Good pressure, but good scrambling ability right there by Mr. Jackson.
This is what the coaches like about him. This is what Mike Jacobs, as an offensive coordinator, understands. He had Major Harris And the Arizona State defense understands now just how mobile Jackson is. Play fake, fires open, man complete to Keller, and Keller's inside the 5-yard line.
See, that's really tough on the outside linebacker. Play action right at him, man to coverage. I've got that back out of the backfield. That is really tough. Good design. They know what that defense is doing. They're attacking the weakest phase. Linebacker on a back coming out of the backfield. Play action first will freeze that linebacker. See that little token fake to the left side of your screen? You'll see there he is coming out of the backfield. The linebacker bit on that action fake. Tough not to do it. They do it every Sunday.
You know, he was slippy too, wasn't he, folks? He could have made a hard cut and slammed back on the inside. There's Jacobs on the left. The play is down to the sideline. Now it's 1st and goal, but the ball has been moved back to the 9-yard line. Jackson, receivers covered to the left, in trouble, throws incomplete, and that was very dangerous. Soward went diving for the ball in the end zone.
Now, Stanley Jackson hasn't thrown many interceptions, only 5 this year, but he should not have thrown that ball. If you're going to throw it away, get it all the way out of bounds. Especially in there, you're already down there, you're in position, you don't want to take a sack, you're in field goal range already, don't foul it up. Drop back pass, 3-step drop. See, the pattern's taken away. Good pressure there. He couldn't find a receiver. Now he's looking downfield. Throw it out of bounds.
We saw a picture of Joe Germain, the Buckeyes' other quarterback, on their sideline. 2nd down and goal. Deflected, incomplete.
You know, this is what Ohio State has had problems the last couple games, Brent, is getting in the red zone. Prior to that, they were doing a great job getting in the red zone and getting a touchdown out of it. That's why they get 3 field goals against Michigan. You're in the red zone, big game, you better get 7. Sun Devils getting off the ball. That's State right there. Oh, that's Bernstein right there, but it was Jeremy Stott, number 92, that batted it down. Big young defensive lineman out of Bakersfield College, played offense in Bakersfield.
They were trying to set the screen behind Orlando Pace on that side, and now they come up with a 3rd and 9. Jackson with good time, couldn't find anybody, and he's got to take off. Fires to the corner, and the Buckeyes wait for the signal down there. Yes, touchdown. There was a conference down there before the official signaled that David Boston had made a legal catch in that corner of the end zone.
Coverage was very good initially, Brent, but that much time, the quarterback sitting back there like that, he should have been sacked inside the pocket. They let him outside the pocket. He bought some time, allowed the receiver to work in that corner. From up here, you couldn't tell whether he was in or out. And they did hesitate on that, didn't they?
Josh Jackson with the punter Bartholomew holding. And it is just good. So the Buckeyes strike first here in the 1997 Rose Bowl.
See Boston doing a real good job of working with the quarterback, and they coach that kind of stuff. There he's got that flip foot in. Good job. NFL no good. NCAA touchdown.
And good officiating. That official did not guess on that side of the field. He waited for help. And another official said, yes, Boston's foot was inbounds. That's a touchdown. Timeout at the Rose Bowl. Battle and Farlow back deep.
At least what Bruce Snyder told us, he doesn't mind being behind early because it defines the rest of the game plan. They know what they have to do.
Battle from 10, hit at the 20-yard line, and down right there. Jake Plummer will put it in play, and let's go down to our colleague, Jack LaRue. Jack?
Well, Brent, the Ohio State Buckeyes have bristled a little bit during the pregame and everything that led up to this Rose Bowl. They felt that there was too much attention on the Arizona State and the fact that they had a shot at the national championship. They came out, the Ohio State Buckeyes, with a swagger today. And when the quarterback just came off for Ohio State after that touchdown, the first thing he did was wave to the crowd with a thumbs up, with a swagger in his walk.
All right, 1st down, and here is the handoff. And the Buckeyes crawl all over it. I thought what was interesting in that sideline shot of John Cooper is Stamp obviously was expected to put that kickoff someplace else. Coach Cooper was not happy with the result of that kickoff return by Battle that time. He did not necessarily want it in his hands that short. And you can see the man who 10 years ago brought Arizona State now comes back with Stanley Jackson and the Ohio State Buckeyes. And on the far side, Bruce Snyder, 5 years ago, he took California to Orlando and the Florida Citrus Bowl. Buckeyes lead the Sun Devils here in the Rose Bowl. It's 7-0. We come to the end of the first 15 minutes of play. Happy New Year, everybody. Well, we saw the first touchdown of the new year scored in the state of California, and it was the Ohio State Buckeyes.
19 yards passing.
Left foot was in. After the conference, the touchdown. Ricky Boyer, number 24, the third wideout, goes in motion. The Sun Devils try to open things out. They flare it down to Battle with a great move, and Battle to the 31-yard line, and a first down for the Sun Devils. You know, there was a very hard luck story here when Arizona State rolled in to play UCLA. Michael Martin, who until that time was their starting running back, went down with a neck injury and was unable to play. And this man, number 8, Terry Battle, stepped in and rushed for better than 1,000 yards and gave the Sun Devils that breakaway dash in the backfield. And we saw such a nice move that time. And now he'll come over to the side. And Michael Martin on the Sun Devils sideline watching his teammates. J.R. Redmond replaces him. And J.R. Redmond, not too bad either, pounds to the 40-yard line.
There they go, running their version of the isolation fullback lead. Big old Jeff Polk, number 44. He goes in there and takes on Katzenmoyer. Was in the right side, just nailed, and the play broke back. 45, Katzenmoyer goes into the hole, slides, bang, he doesn't get the block. The other linebacker absorbs the block, opens up the hole. But he did move Katzenmoyer in the direction of the fullback. Look for divide action coming up.
2nd and 1, and Polk steps off to the right. If they come back power, but they send a tight end, Kendall, over the other direction. Play fake, and Jake's going to roll left. Tight end's a safety valve, tries to throw the block, and Jake's got a first down at the 45-yard line.
Mike Vrabel, 94, looks awfully quick coming inside out on that to make the play. Yes, they made the first down, but Vrabel really looks fresh. Last time I saw him play against Indiana, studied him on the Michigan film, he looked like he was a little bit worn down. He plays so hard on every snap.
Sun Devils come back with Battle on a first down running play, and Battle gains 8 yards before he is out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Ty Howard, the corner on that side, and Battle, he just keeps showing you that dash when he gets to the corner, and sooner or later against a bump and run corner, he's going to get free.
Yeah, he may not even see him coming, Brent. In talking with Battle, I asked him about his running style, and he said, Coach, I would rather run outside tackle and wider. He says, I don't picture myself as being a real good inside runner. I want to get outside.
To the short side, slot man now will come back.
They're in the bare front now. Everybody covered.
Fake. And wow. Katzenmoyer comes up big on that play.
See, in that defense, you cover all the offensive linemen with defensive linemen. No offensive lineman can get on this gorilla, and he just moves in and pops the play. He should make that play. Nobody can get to him with that scheme. See, he's free to slide right in there and pop him. When he hits you, he normally has his knees bent, his back straight, and he'll knock you on your back.
J.R. Redmond. He's the fellow who threw that pass back to Plummer. He's in as running back. He's replaced Battle on 3rd and 2. He flares over the middle, and first down, Sun Devils. Devin Kendall, the senior tight end from Fremont, California. So on this drive, the senior quarterback, Jake Plummer, involves 2 tight ends.
And whenever you use motion against man-to-man coverage, you loosen it up just a little bit. That tight end came in motion across the formation. He moves. He's to the left side of your screen now. He started on the right side. He'll come underneath on the left side. There he is. See, he had a little cushion now that he would not have had if he hadn't gone in motion.
Arizona State trails it by a touchdown, but they've moved inside the Buckeye 30. Redmond. And he is short of the 25-yard line.
I think you can call who made that tackle again?
The Cat.
The Cat. And that was counteraction. Now you'd think a true freshman playing inside linebacker in a Rose Bowl might be fooled a little bit by counteraction. Not this guy. Having the two experienced outside linebackers in Ryan Miller and Belisari out there to calm him down and teach him through the year, now he plays like a senior.
Jeff Wilson checks into that defensive line. On second down, pump fake Plummer. Now goes in zone against the nickel man. Great catch, touchdown. Oh, what a grab by Ricky Boyer. Winfield can't believe the catch that Boyer made in the end zone. He thought he had him locked up.
Robert Neese to attempt the point after.
Robert Neese. Jake Plummer, the holder. Tied at the Rose Bowl.
Again, the use of motion by a receiver, loosening up man-to-man coverage. A little pump fake right there. Boyer did a good job of looking back over his outside shoulder. And he is a CIF sprint champion, so if he has to turn it on and make it, whoa, my gosh, that didn't look like he caught the football. I'm not sure he caught that football. Woo.
That boo you hear, ladies and gentlemen, is from the folks from Columbus. They're watching it on the big board out here, and they see that ball touch the ground, too.
Two things could have been called. Pass interference could have been called as well.
So the first big break of this Rose Bowl game goes to Arizona State. We're tied at 7.
Boyer coming down the sideline. Good concentration on the ball. Both of them looking back at it. Now he has control of it. But I'll tell you, that is not a completed pass. Not a completed pass. You may have been able to call pass interference on that. Now they could say, well, he's looking back at the ball. I don't know. I think that they should have called pass interference as well.
Lance Anderson.
Let me just.
Winfield says, I can't believe it.
Great coverage by the cameraman.
Yeah, excellent job.
Demetrius Stanley and Sean Springs.
Lance Anderson, nice catch though. For a while,
Yeah.
You still, it'll show in the record books.
They've had some plays like that in the Rose Bowl years back.
Anderson, fielded by Sean Springs, the defensive back, handling the ball. 25 alley and out of bounds at the 34-yard line.
Sean Springs.
Jermon Jackson checks in for his first series, and here's the draw fake. They usually use Jackson on the draw play. Now Stanley faking, got a man open, got him at the 25-yard line. Incomplete. Buster Tillman going to argue that he had control. He said under the rules that we've established in the Rose Bowl, that clearly was a catch.
Buster Tillman doing a good job. All coaches teach a secondary reaction to a pattern when the quarterback gets outside the pocket, comes your way. Usually the widest guy breaks and goes deep. Now there's Tillman. See, he sees the quarterback coming in his way. A scramble drill. Here he is to the left side of your screen. That looks like a better catch than the other one.
Looks like he had it.
Yeah, he looked like he had his hands under it, but I don't know anymore.
3rd and 10.
Pressure, pressure.
Bouncer. Demetrius Stanley had run a pattern and was coming across the field at the 35-yard line, and the pass low, and now the Buckeyes will punt it back to Arizona State.
Two things happened on that, Brent. First, excellent coverage, but it was also excellent pass protection. But the coverage was so good, nobody could break free, and he just had to almost throw the ball away.
Brent Bartholomew dropping back in punt formation for the Buckeyes.
You know, punters don't get a lot of credit, but Brent Bartholomew has really improved his punting this year over last year. He's been one factor of the reason they're in the Rose Bowl.
A beautiful booming punt under pressure, and it'll go all the way through the end zone, and Arizona State coming after it. Bartholomew said, oh my, I gave him a touchdown, but it was a 56-yard punt. Timeout. So we have come to the end of the first half. Ohio State scored first on a touchdown catch by David Boston, 1 foot in bounds. Then came the most controversial moment of this Rose Bowl. Was this a touchdown? The officials gave it to Ricky Boyer on the diving catch, but did he have control, or was he losing it as he went down? You be the official. Regardless, it counts, and Arizona State and Ohio State are tied. Back with more after this message and a word from our ABC station. Arizona State in the second half.
Well, Brent, they have dominated play in second half. They almost like this kind of environment, to be even or behind. That's Jake the Snake's competitive ability coming out, but they've outscored opponents in the second half 230, all right, to 72. That's a big spread. Ohio State, though, is dominating the line of scrimmage from a defensive standpoint. They've got to really feel good about their defense, but again, they've got to get some offense going, too.
Are they as good when they're tied at the half? So the national championship is very much up in the air. Not only this game, but tomorrow night on ABC, the Nokia Sugar Bowl, the rematch, Florida State against Florida. Now, if this game stays tight, and let's say that Arizona State pulls it out with a late field goal, wins this game 10-7 or 14-10 or something of that nature, Florida has to feel very good about its chances to jump ahead. So a lot of things are unfolding here in the second half. Very much up in the air as Arizona State will kick it off, and the Buckeyes will get the first possession of the second half. And Dick, did the numbers reveal anything from the first half?
Really, the numbers reveal what the first half has been all about, a 7-7 football game, but no turnovers. Time of possession slightly in favor of Arizona State, but rushing yards for Arizona State, 17 yards. They come into this ball game averaging 248. Other key thing is that Poole has not caught a ball here in the first half, and he's their key guy.
Joe Germain opens the second half as he finished the first for the Buckeyes.
This guy right here has been the spark, though, in the first half. Quarterback scrambling ability, moving, throwing the ball downfield.
Calhoun and Pearson, the running backs. And again, they move the tight end over on Rogers. And on a running play for 3 yards. It is interesting as we follow one of our main storylines, how the Buckeyes, Dick, have been able to lock up on number 59, Derek Rogers. Orlando Pace certainly is over on that side, but Rogers has not been a factor in this football game.
No, he has not. And, you know, one reason Ohio State's done a good job of staying on a third and real long where they can just tee off and come after you. So they've kept them where they've got both defense to run and the pass.
The base 4-3 is the look being shown by the Sun Devils. This is Pearson on a delay, and they'll close down hard with Derek Smith in there on the hit, the linebacker. Derek Rogers flops over to the outside, just trying to get some daylight.
It's like a pressure defense, and it is.
They pick up Rogers, incomplete. Germain looking for the tight end, DJ Jones, coming off the line, but the pressure was there.
See, they loaded up 4 guys to the left side of the offense. They couldn't handle everybody, but Germain handled the pressure. He got rid of the ball quickly. He just didn't throw it accurately. If you're going to get rid of the ball quickly, you still have to get your feet set to throw the ball.
Dropping back a punt formation.
4th down and 8. Bartholomew. Now Redmond from the 35 slips at the 45-yard line. Well, Dick, Rogers flopped over on that other side and was able to get a little heat on this time.
Well, they like to keep him away from the tight end if they can. If he's on the tight end side, he'll be wide. See, he's wide right now, working upfield on Golston, number 50. Gets a heart, but the ball's being thrown up inside. They've got to get a little more pressure up inside to make the quarterback hold the ball. Then Rogers might get there.
Orlando takes a break. Hawk and Battle are the running backs behind Plummer. Arizona State opens with a power formation. They're going to pound away, and Battle picks up almost 5 yards.
I guarantee you, Dan Cassetto, offensive line coach coordinator, went in there and said, listen, you big jug butts, we haven't blocked anybody yet. Let's come off the ball and get after him. We don't have to be fancy, call counters and reverses. Let's get after him. That time, they came off the ball like they meant it.
Coach getting fired up.
Well, I know Cassetto's attitude. I've been around that guy. He'll get after him.
2nd and 5. Battle brings the end around, and it's Poole. Midfield, first down, inside the 40-yard line. So Poole may have been shut out as a receiver, but they'll find a different way to put the football in his hand.
And the key to that kind of reverse is you run it off one of your great plays. Their favorite play is the counter play. They start it one way, and they pull all the linemen. You'll see him going to the left. Hey, come out there. Old Jake looking for somebody to block. He said, oh, gosh, I'm glad I didn't have to hit him. Good open field running right here. He's done this a number of times this year.
1st and 10.
Kelly, the free safety, forcing him out of bounds, but not before. Poole picked up a first down at the Bucs 38. Jackson is the short wide receiver. Battle with Miller trying to trip him up, and he was able to stumble forward for a couple of yards.
Number 36.
Jake Plummer asking for a little assistance. He wanted him to repeat the play from the sideline. Poole is out far to the right. Jackson slot, quick count, throw back left side. Boyer dueling Howard, diving attempt again, but this time no catch.
Ty Howard.
What they did that time, Boyer, 24 on the left side, away from action, tried to run a lull you to sleep route. He came off the ball and just relaxed and then took off. Bottom of your screen right here, you see what I'm talking about. He comes off, he pauses as the quarterback rolls away from him. See, he'll come off. Now look at him pausing. Now he takes off and tries to use that sprinter speed, but Ty Howard did a good job of reading the intention.
Battle sprinting out. Winfield made the first hit as he came across the nickelback.
Real good job by Mike Grable, defensive lineman, getting penetration up there, making the play bounce outside right now. Top of your screen, 94, Winfield inside 68. See that right there, he's on Pat Thompson, 67. He pushes the play back, and then old Antoine, number 11, can come up there and finish it off with some help from 3 other guys.
Let me correct myself on Winfield's number. It goes with number 11 coming up in that corner spot, the nickelback. 2nd down. This is Paul getting his carry, and what effort he showed. He came away from Mr. Vrabel that time, didn't he, as he kept driving.
Well, they pulled big Pat Thompson, the right guard. He's a 310-pounder, and got him out there, and he came up in behind him. But Jeff Polk is built low to the ground at 6'1", about 245. He bench presses the weight room. I asked him the other day in visiting with him. You'll see the pull right here, right side of your center, number 67, kicking out right there. There's Polk. He doesn't need any blockers. He gets those pads down, takes people on, and runs over and advances the ball 3rd and inches.
Orlando Pace has checked into the defensive unit. On 3rd and 1, goal line look by the Buckeyes, which means that Orlando Pace is in. Battle couldn't get away from number 13, Damon Moore.
Damon Moore has done that all year, Brent. Not a great pass defender, just a real fine tackler. He loves those situations where it's he and the ball carrier. He can make the play. Orlando Pace there, number 75, defensive left tackle. He has an inside gap. He's got his pads up too high. That's why he gets knocked off the ball. The ball's forced to the outside, and Damon makes the play. But it's 4th down right now. Alert fake, but chances are they won't.
Jake Plummer is the quarterback. It is 4th and short. Nice, if he kicks it, a 37-yarder. And Nice boosts the Sun Devils into their first lead of the day. Who knows how big that might be in Arizona State's drive for what they hope will wind up with a national championship. The Sun Devils lead it by 3. Greg Belisari asked for a little help just moments ago on the other side of the ball. telling Pepe Pearson, let's get with it. We're down 3, and the defense is playing like a Rose Bowl champion. Why doesn't the offense join us? Now Stanley and Springs are back deep as the Bucks need something on special teams, anything to get them going here in this football game. Springs will try it from coming out of the end zone. 15, 20, to the 25-yard line, and Joe Germain continues as the Buckeye quarterback. Fake, Germain time, and a diving attempt by Stanley. Makes the catch there at the 29-yard line.
See that little token fake inside there to the tailback. It freezes the linebackers just enough to allow that deep square in. Now here they have good pass protection. Rogers on the left side on Golston right there doing a good job. He's got his hands on him. That's legal. You can use him. Good time. He's going to have to start coming underneath those tackles that are walling him off to the outside. He has that kind of quickness.
Yeah, Rogers put that inside move on Nebraska for that third safety. Now they've got a tight end, Jones, over on him on the left. Germain going to fake again. Comes to the middle, caught on the fly. The Buckeyes break Stanley. 72-yard touchdown. This quarterback controversy is history.
I told you he should have stayed in there and played. Phil Snow, defensive coordinator. Well, I called the right coverage. This is the one advantage Joe Germain has, Brent. He is a little sharper passer, a little more accurate coming into this ball game, and has been in the practice. Again, those two tight ends condense that defense, constrict it. They're play and run, they're play action. Good call, good changeup, big play.
Longest pass play for a touchdown this season for the Bucks. Josh Jackson, Bartholomew, the punter, will hold it. And the Buckeyes regain the lead. Demetrius Stanley.
Demetrius Stanley right there on Jason Simmons, number 10. See, man-to-man, he gave him just a little bit wrinkle, and you see that nice burst to the inside. No safety help inside, so the quarterback, Germain, could throw the ball away from the defender and pull him across the field. And here he is, and Orlando Pace did a nice job on Rogers.
It was Orlando Pace dropping back to pick up Derek Rogers on the left side, and as a result, the Buckeyes have regained the lead at the Rose Bowl. Ohio State leading Arizona State 14-10, 8:23 to go in the third. Mike Malfa is the new kickoff man for the Buckeyes. Farlow and Battle are back deep. Battle in the middle from the 5. Left foot kind of gave way as he made the catch. Got an alley. This is his favorite return over to the left, and Sean Springs there drives him out of bounds at the 29-yard line, and Springs is wrapped up. He and Battle are wrapped up here on the sideline, and also there was another member of the return team, and quickly some cooler heads prevail now and get everybody separated down there.
The ASU defense decided to go with 5 down linemen right here. That meant they took the free safety, Fright Night, out of there, Friedman. That leaves 3 deep, so they get 1-on-1 here, 1-on-1 there, and here's the touchdown. Simmons is all alone, no inside help. He should try to cover him inside a little bit more. See, no safety there, 5 down linemen rushing. He beats him right there. Big, big play. As you said, longest one of the year.
First to 10, public 20.
Last play of the quarter. Plummer. Complete. He puts the ball in the hands of Lindsey Jackson. And the third quarter comes to an end. Well, if Arizona State is to win a national championship behind Jake Plummer, they're going to have to do it in the last 15 minutes. That's coming up after this message and a word from our ABC station.
Second down and 3.
Now it's a Sun Devils ball. We start the final quarter. They trail it in their bid to be a national champion by 4. Here is Battle, the running back, and he makes it to the 42-yard line. That's a first down for the Sun Devils.
They came with that same blitz off the slot. Now the receiver in the slot signaled the quarterback that he was coming. I don't think they audibled. They already had it called. Their Dan Cassetta signaled the quarterback. Your call. Go with it.
A gain of 8 yards.
The Buckeyes using almost an exclusive nickel defense against the 3 wide receivers of the Sun Devils. Boyer in motion. Drops it at the 35-yard line. Second down and 10.
Yeah, now they're starting to use motion now to loosen up that man-to-man coverage. Taking a look at the numbers here after the third quarter. OSU now at 193 to 165. Only 1 turnover in this football game. ASU picked up a little bit time of possession in that third quarter. First downs 10 to 13.
Second down and 10. Boyer goes in motion. Left slot, they'll drop it off now to Battle. Alley bounces off of Moore to the 31-yard line. Another first down, Sun Devils. Battle and the Devils are driving.
Very Battle is strong. You mentioned that earlier, Brent. That time he's running upfield good, and he gets his pads down quickly when he has to, and instinctively ricochets off there and moves that for the first down. Boy, is he going to be a good one. He's got another year of eligibility. Little swing pass screen pattern coming out there. Lays it off nice. And now he's out there in the open field. He can make a decision where he wants to go. And that's a good tackler. You should wrap your arms, though, in Damon Moore, number 13.
Now third down and 15. Jackson locked up with Howard. Springs is well off a pool.
Offside.
And Kelly stepped into that neutral zone. Battle is hit quickly.
Jake Plummer's doing a good job of holding the snap count. They use an erratic count. It's not rhythmic, so he can hold it. And that got the guys across the line of scrimmage. Just as long as you don't move yourself offensively, you're all right.
You know, I'm having a hard time believing what I'm seeing. I mean, wasn't he standing and wasn't there movement in the neutral zone?
The helmet was over the ball.
Regardless, Battle's down, and suddenly it is fourth down, and that's a tough break for the Sun Devils. Lance Anderson's in, and Sean Springs will stand back on the Buckeyes 10-yard line. Been some weird things go on at Rose Bowl's past.
Dead ball foul, delay of game, on the offense, 5-yard penalty, remains fourth down.
He wanted that deliberate, so that the punter can back up a little bit more. He'd like to bury the Buckeyes if they can. So Arbuckle's special teams took that penalty deliberately at the 12:56 mark here of the final quarter. 14-10. Buckeyes are upsetting, or shouldn't be say upsetting. They were the favorites of this game. Low. Hunt trying to get it out of bounds, trying to get coverage downfield, and it is out of bounds. Beautifully done by Anderson, rolling out at the 6-yard line. So the Buckeyes will be coming out now from very tough field position with a quarterback who was shaken up in his last possession. And this could be a huge play in this football game. We'll see if the Arizona State defense can take advantage of it. We come back to the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. And again, the story. Jermaine on the sideline for the Buckeyes. Stanley Jackson, the starter in this game, now returns. A very tough spot for Jackson. Coming out from the Buckeyes 3-yard line. The hand is to Pearson. Bust loose.
He's got
20-yard line. He's free. Soward in a foot race has the angle, and he pushes him out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Pepe Pearson rested more today as Wiley and Keller have been used as running backs, comes up with a huge bailout run of 72 yards here in the fourth quarter.
And they go right back to the reason they're here. Run right at people, lead the fullback, make contact, and give it to a back that wants to run hard. Good lead block by the fullback, not a dominating block, not the reason they broke the play. Good running right there. They blitzed from the outside. He ran through some arms. He has excellent speed. They say he's the fastest tailback they've had there in years. He demonstrates it right here on this run.
First down and 10 for the Bucks. The tight end moves over on the Derek Rogers side of the defense. Wiley now in the game. And Wiley to the 32. If there is anything different that we have seen with Coach Jacobs running Cooper's offense, it is the fact that he has utilized more manpower in this game. He has had separate packages, not only for his quarterbacks, but using Wiley to rest Pearson. Now Jacobs, who's calling the plays for the first time today, is a vet. He's over on the left, and he came off Don Nealon's staff at West Virginia. He's a veteran play caller. He will be the offensive coordinator at Ohio State. And I say nice job with this baby, at least so far. Long way to go. Second down now and 7. This is Wiley, excellent receiver. Timeout call by Jackson. He'll come over to the side.
So he ran out of time. He's saying, guys, get the play in sooner.
We'll take a break. Cooper's Buckeyes lead it by 4. Second down and 9. Stanley and Boston have caught touchdown passes. Jackson threw away from Boston that time, who had dropped back off against Soward.
Yeah, see what they did. They came up and pressured, and Friedman was coming over there to double, so they had him short and long.
Second and 9.
Here's Rogers coming to the outside. He's going to be picked up by a little running back right there, and he doesn't get his body into him. See, and Rogers gets his hands up. A running back should block through that defender, not to that defender.
The Arizona State offense over on that sideline, hoping that the defense can hold on here. It's a 4-point Buckeye lead. Matt Keller, who's been a big player in this game, is back in as the lone running back behind Jackson.
And Wiley's out as a wide receiver. Oh,
almost
pass interference.
Intercepted. Tillman.
That's pass interference.
Came through Stanley. I still don't see a flag down.
No, hey, he interfered with him, in my opinion, from up here, Brent. No flag, no penalty. I know Buster Stanley thought he was interfered with, but it looked like they hooked him.
9 yards to go.
The right side of your screen coming in the middle now, right there.
Lining up for a field goal again.
Hard to tell.
Jackson in to attempt the field goal. 37-yarder. Bartholomew, the punter, is the holder.
He's a 65% in his career from this distance. Good kicker.
Blocked. Loose. Sun Devils.
He flipped
Loose.
it.
And the big fella Rogers is rolling. There is a penalty flag down, however, so hold on.
Penalty flags. Back at midfield.
Bernstein deflected it.
He's done it before. He came into the game with 3 blocks. That's what's the advantage of being 6'8".
After the block and after possession by Arizona State, during the run back, an illegal forward pass against the returning team, 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, first down.
Here's Bernstein there, right center of your screen, 94. Here we go, right up there. Good penalty. He should never get in those inside gaps. Should never happen. 94 right there. Turns his body. He's a loosey-goosey guy for a 6'8" guy.
Now Jake Plummer quickly at the line here on first down. Throws back left deep. Got his pull, and it's broken up at the last instant by Sean Springs. Poole had a step on 24, and Springs came back and made the play. Second and 10.
Brent, I really believe Jake waited just a little too long to throw that ball. He should get that ball in the air just a little bit quicker, because Poole had a step. See right here in the middle of your screen, he's waiting for that ball to get there, and good recovery speed by Springs, and he flips it with his right hand. Really a good shot right there. Isn't that a great shot? Look at that right hand get it instinctively. See, he was watching his eyes. He was watching his eyes.
Second and 10, and it's Redmond. Redmond to the 47-yard line, and Moore making the stop for the Buckeyes. So Derek Rogers, with his return of a blocked field goal for what the Sun Devils were hoping was a touchdown, comes back, and you can see the infraction here. The forward pass, it was ruled on this play. Rogers outrunning Josh Jackson, but it'll all come back. Plummer's got Poole, and Poole now with his first catch, and it is big. A first down for the Sun Devils here at the 4:48 mark. And here comes Jake the Snake one more time.
And I'm sort of surprised they elected to back off and play a little bit looser. Brent, you mentioned that earlier. He's still in man coverage. He's playing an inside technique. He was sitting back off, but playing man coverage, you don't normally look back into the quarterback. You normally concentrate a little bit more on that receiver.
First down. Ball's at the Bucks 44.
Redmond out as a wide receiver. That's on Damon Moore, strong safety.
Plummer gets away, drops it to Polk, safety valve, and they make the most out of nothing. Pick up a couple of yards on that.
You know, they got what they wanted out of the formation. They just didn't utilize it. They had a running back out there on a strong safety and didn't take advantage of it. Yes, there was pressure, but he should have thrown the ball quickly. He had a shot at it.
Arizona State, the comeback kids all year, trying to do it again. And the Sun Devils hope to state their case of becoming national champion. Here's the toss. Redmond hit by Moore. 39-yard line.
Filled just like you would coach him to fill the ball. They cross-blocked, they blocked the tight end down, pulled the big tackle, Rugemer up there. There looked like there was a nice lane, and Mr. Moore, Damon Moore, we've called his name a number of times, came up there today and really filled that play nicely. They toss it quickly. You'll see right side of your screen. Here he comes, inside out of the play. Boom, pads down. Nice technique, Damon. Well, it's raining pretty hard out there right now.
And now it is 3rd and 5. Plummer couldn't get it this time. 4th down in a season coming up, and Bruce Snyder calls timeout in the rain in Pasadena. 3 minutes left. The Sun Devils are down by 4. Might be the biggest play of the year coming up for the Sun Devils. That's why they want to talk about it. We'll come right back. Able to bring in 1997 here on ABC. Let's just hope that Florida and Florida State, as dramatic as this one has been here in Pasadena, the rain starting to come down. This the most important call of the game on both sides. Jake Plummer facing 4th and 4. The Sun Devils trailing Ohio State by 4 points. 14 to 10. Redmond is the running back, and Boyer's the motion receiver. Here comes the blitz. They go one-on-one against Howard. Got it! First and goal for the Sun Devils. It is Lindsey Jackson, number 83, who makes perhaps the biggest play of the season against number 2, Ty Howard.
Good coverage, too. Just an excellent throw. Blitz all the way. That was the Bear defense. They brought everybody in the kitchen sink. Pressure inside. He's going to play him right there. No hand contact. Throwing the ball nicely over that outside shoulder. See, perfect throw. Can't do it any better. Tough to cover that one.
first and goal. Hawk, the fullback, for 1 against the heart of the Buckeye defense.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if I wouldn't have thrown the ball on first down there. The one thing I learned from Sid Gilman a long time ago when we were working together, when you get inside the red zone, try to score on the first down, especially in tight situations. This guy knows what he's doing. I don't question it.
But there's no second guessing their call on 4th and 4. 29 yards
whatsoever.
for the first down, and now it'll be second down and goal. Ball on the 7. Three wideouts for Plummer, and Bush is the tight end on the right-hand side of the formation. Plummer hit by Belisari. Held on to the football, wrapped it up. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 11-yard line as Belisari comes backside and Snyder uses his second timeout.
What a career this young man has had. You just can't say enough great things about that kind of football player. Top of your screen, number 30 coming in. Now, Pincus 92 collapses it inside. Roquet moving outside just a little bit late. He's got to get out there quicker. He was zoning off inside, but didn't move inside out quick enough. And Belisari comes around there playing his last game as a Buckeye. And one day he'll be operating as either one of them. Hope it's you, not me.
Unless you have a credential.
What a football player.
No one is allowed on the field.
They used a throwback pass to Jake Plummer in the same stadium against UCLA.
They're coming again.
Plummer in trouble, steps away, cuts free, breaks loose, 5, touchdown, Sun Devils. Woo! The Snake does it again. This team won't die. You can cut a snake's head off, but he continues to live. Robert Dees.
He better make it. 60 to 60 coming in.
Now 1:40 to go. Jake the Snake and the amazing Sun Devils of Arizona State have stated their case, at least offensively.
They have done it all year. That is their personality. They persevere, no question. When you're in blitz coverage, there's nobody on the quarterback. This is not a draw. He scrambles up inside, no one there to take him. There goes Katzenmoyer up inside. He can't get to him. Elusiveness right there. Determination. Pincus comes over. Now just guts running and instincts to know where that end zone is. Look at him stick it in there. He's done it before.
Arizona State's kicking team needs to hold up against Sean Springs and Demetrius Stanley. Anderson keeps it on the ground. High hop fielded by the short man Keller, the fullback.
Don't want to go out of bounds.
So this was the scene back in October against UCLA. Twice they came from 21 points down. What I want you to watch after Jake catches the pass from Redmond, I want you to watch the run. This came at the left end of the Rose Bowl. Watch him weave his way and dive to pay dirt. Does that seem familiar? We have a dive at the other end zone just moments ago. Joe Germain, who threw the long touchdown pass, has replaced Stanley Jackson. The Buckeyes have only one timeout left and 1:33. Field goal does them no good. Tight end, incomplete. Almost intercepted by Friedman.
He wanted to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and get down the seam. And Friedman has real good reaction.
Let me correct myself on one thing. They can't win it with a field goal, but they can get it into overtime.
You bet.
Sun Devils in their scoring drive with 58 yards in 10 plays.
Second down at 10.
Using 3 minutes and 56 seconds.
Slot to the right. Jermaine got his man incomplete. He was wide open that time, DJ Jones was.
I'll tell you, and Sueda, number 99 as well, as Rogers put real good pressure on him, and Jermaine maintained real good poise. He's held the football, he slid away from the rush, and just stood in there, drew almost the perfect throw. Good concentration, good poise for it. There's two John Coopers reacting there. That's his son standing right behind him.
3rd down and 10 for Jermaine and the Bucks. Got it to Stanley. That's a first down, and it stops the clock in college, remember, on the first down. So it's 1:16. Jason Simmons, the defensive back on that side. Buckeyes up at the line. Jermaine, far side, incomplete. 2nd down. He wanted Stanley, and there is a penalty flag flying on that far side. You know, as I think back to that October Saturday, it is so eerie because in that game also it was Bernstein who blocked the field goal in that game, and it was Jake Plummer, of course. We just saw that winning touchdown. Ineligible receiver downfield. Very costly. The Snake has done it again. He did not win the Heisman, but you can certainly make a case that that man right there was the most valuable player in college football to his team this year. What I'm saying is entirely different. I'm certainly not arguing with the numbers Danny were from.
On the offense, penalty declined, play 2nd down.
What no one should forget is that this Arizona State team authored, in our mind, the biggest victory of the year early on when they shut out Nebraska. Now it is 2nd and 10 for the Sun Devils. Incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
And it has come to 3rd and 10 with 1:04 to go.
Damian Richardson defending.
See, again, they're in that 3-receiver set, spreading from side to sideline and trying to pick the guy that's singled up going down the hole. But they're keeping 2 safeties back there right now and playing across the front man-to-man, not blitzing anybody, but trying to get a good rush with the down 4.
Now leading the cheers. Steps away from the pressure.
There he's got it.
Stanley again, and the clock will stop. Now the Buckeyes are only 40 yards away. And remember, because of the overtime rule, a field goal puts us into overtime in this game. It's 17-14. Buckeyes don't need a touchdown. They don't have to try to win it here in the last 53. Jermaine got him again. Stanley out of bounds inside the 30-yard line, and they've stopped the clock as they go out of bounds, and they'll move the chains on the first down. 46 seconds, and Jake Plummer might want to think about a few plays in overtime.
Yeah, and Phil Snow, defensive coordinator, might want to think about tightening up his coverage. They've been more efficient, playing up much tighter and more aggressive right now. Granted, you're taking a chance, but right now you can't let them keep moving the football.
The Buckeyes special team might want to think how to block if they go in for a field goal here, having had the last one blocked. 1st down and 10 for the Bucks. Jermaine got a man. No, it is stopped. Play was stopped before the snap. That's why Stanley was not looking in. He knew that it had been whistled dead.
I think Jermaine started to pull out, as did the tight ends moved when he started to jerk out of there.
Dead ball foul, false start. On the offense, 5-yard penalty.
See, Jermaine right there came out, and then the tight end to the left side of your screen, which you could not see on that, he moved with the quarterback when he moved out.
Every yard's important, too, if you're maneuvering to attempt a field goal down here.
Yeah, because Josh Jackson is not a long-range field goal kicker, Brett, as long as 39.
Please, with 46 seconds on the game clock. 46 seconds.
Well, the Buckeyes will take the additional 3. Thank you very much.
Jackson's career-long field goal is 39 yards.
The Buckeyes have only one timeout. They would love to keep that to get the field goal unit on the field if need be.
46 seconds put on the clock.
So clock management against the Sun Devils.
They got 46 minutes on the clock.
Well, the Buckeyes will take that in a hurry.
In a hurry. Please, there he is.
17-14, Arizona State up 3.
These are the hard defensive calls right now. Do you take a chance and come after him? Do you play them tight man-to-man? It's been effective most of the football game.
Jermaine got one-on-one against Simmons, and there's a penalty flag on the play.
A penalty flag on the play. Jason Simmons defending.
Remember, it's not first and goal now, if that's what it is. Yes, indeed. That's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down in the college game. And now this moves Jackson back clearly within his range.
Here's the tight coverage now. The safety was working over there to help him, so he had help deep. Richardson was right there to help him right there. See, he's pushing him with his right hand right there. You can't do that. One more look at it. See, that right hand is shoving on him. He can't do that.
Now they are down to the 20-yard line.
See, that right there is a 37-yard field goal.
One timeout remaining for the Buckeyes. Jermaine authoring a splendid drive here in the closing moments of this Rose Bowl. Fake. Looks back the other way. It's open if he wants to run. He threw it incomplete. There was an alley wide open. He could have run all the way to the 10-yard line.
He might have run the thing in the end zone. There was nobody there, Brent. They were covered back there. They were doubling the outside wide receiver that way. He had a heck of a lane. You'll see what we're talking about. We take a high end zone look at the play. Drop back, set up. He pumps left first. He wanted to run a little go pattern. It wasn't there. He feels the pressure. He gets outside. Look at the lane up inside. Look at the lane inside. Doesn't take it. Wow.
Fullback Keller had slipped out. Smith, the linebacker, was there. Jermaine avoiding the interception, so he threw it out over his head. Second down, now 10. Remember, the ball is at the Sun Devils' 20.
Coming after him.
Jermaine calmly
Pass
fires
interference.
high.
Pass interference. Gee, yeah, I wouldn't say that too, Stanley. Looked like he had a hold of him.
That's Courtney Jackson, the nickel man, 23, who had checked in. USC fans have a painful memory of him. He's the young man who scooped up that toss by Otten and dashed it in the overtime.
I saw pass interference, Brent. Excuse me. Top of your screen, Jackson, number 23. I don't know what the heck that is. If that is, those guys down there, the officials, ought to donate their check to charity on that call. My gosh, that's too obvious. Excuse me,
Brent. Wow. No disagreement for me, but it's counted 10. Ball just inside the 20-yard line now. Over the middle, incomplete, and there's the flag.
Well, I didn't call it last time. I think I'll call it this time.
That's an automatic first down.
Well within field goal range right now.
They may not need the field goal.
They may
get the touchdown in here in the last 24 seconds and win this. Soward committed the foul.
Here it is, Soward, number 32, playing inside technique there. He comes back underneath it. There he is. Just hooks him. My God. There's no way you can get away with that anywhere. Unless you're on the other side of the field.
Pass interference on the defense. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Well, Bruce Snyder on that Arizona State side has said over and over that negative events have not impacted us very much this year. They're about to be tested on that. 24 seconds to go. The Buckeyes still have a timeout remaining. They're down by 3, and they are now at the Sun Devils' 5-yard line.
The big thing, Brent, is don't turn it over if you're throwing the football.
Keller is offset from Pepe. Jermaine going to throw it wide open. Got him. Buckeyes lead it. 19 seconds to go. And the freshman, David Boston, with his second touchdown pass of the game.
You know, he just used a little press move. He came off the line of scrimmage, Brent, moved to the inside, reverse pivot, and pushed to the outside, threw the strike, touchdown. Very well done. Wow, college football. No better game. Can the Jake do it again?
It looked like John wanted to use his last timeout.
They can't believe
chaos down there, and they're getting Wiley. They're rushing Wiley into the game to call the timeout. They attracted the referee's attention by sending the fastest man on the sideline after him before the snap.
Ladies and gentlemen, the attention please. No one is permitted on the play here.
That's what I'm talking about right now. Move to the inside, see, push, then wheel back to the outside right there, and for some reason, he dropped off him. Courtney Jackson, red shirt freshman mistake. Again, to the right side of your screen. Good time, no pressure on him. Throws it wide to the outside, all alone. Courtney Jackson acted like he had some help.
You know, you feel pain for Bruce Snyder, but you really can feel joy for this man. 1-6 in bowl games, beaten by Michigan. Man who faces pressure every day in Columbus, Ohio, and who knows, maybe finally something good has happened to Coach Cooper and the Buckeyes.
And as you said, Brent, he does deserve it.
On the other side, this guy, the coach of the year, by any measurement, with the job he did with the Sun Devils, it looked like they'd pulled it off one more time. But it was the drive of the year as far as Buckeye fans are concerned. Joe Germain, who struck us as being very calm during that drive when he drove the Bucks down the field. Wasn't rattled, wasn't nervous. And now it'll be Jackson to see if he can put this one out of field goal range as far as Arizona State is concerned. They get at it and block it.
I think it was a
It's
low
Bernstein
kick.
again. How'd you believe it? He has left them within field goal range with his second block kick here in the fourth quarter.
He came into the game with 3. He can really, he times it. Good sense of timing. He comes right from here. Number 94. He'll leap. You'll see him appear. Here he comes. Good timing. See, came up over the top. Instead of being down in a 4-point stance, coming through a gap like he was in blocking the field goal, he's back off and times the leap. Here he is right now. As long as he doesn't propel himself and using somebody else's body, that's a legal play.
What a great Rose Bowl. 2017. Ohio State leads it, but only by 3. Jackaroo, there was some confusion on John Cooper's sideline a moment ago.
Well, Brent, originally it looked like they were going to call a 2-point play. In fact, the 2-point team was out there. John Cooper called them off at the last minute and sent the kicker out. So you got to begin to second guess. 2 points or 1 point. They got no points.
I think in that situation, though, Jack, you've got to kick the extra point. You don't think that's going to
I
get
agree.
blocked. You got to get to 4 if you can.
I agree with
you. Here is the kickoff now. They're going to put it in Redmond's hands at the 15-yard line. Can they get a return? Alley right side out to the 34-yard line. Arizona State with 1 timeout left and 14 seconds, and the one fella that they want to stay away from is number 24, Sean Springs. He has been magnificent in that defensive backfield all day long.
They came in as the #1 pass defense in the country, the #6 defense overall in the country, and they proved why they're rated that high. They have earned the right.
First and 10 from the 45.
They'll be way back in a prevent defense.
And Jake throws for the first down to Bush. He'll get out of bounds, stop the clock at the 47-yard line. Just 7 seconds left and 1 timeout. So they need 1 long completion here, then use the timeout if they can hurry and get Nice on the field to attempt the field goal.
Yeah, plus with 7 seconds, Brent, the long completion might eat up 7 seconds.
Exactly, Coach.
They should be 3 deep across there or 4 deep across. They're 3 deep across in the secondary.
On the quick count, middle, got the first down. Jackson's got to get down. They got to stop it. Time has run out. Ohio State beats Arizona State. The Sun Devils' dream comes to an end in Pasadena, but not before they put on a heck of a fight. Bruce Snyder's Sun Devils give it up in the last 30 seconds.
Ohio State University Buckeyes 20. Arizona State University Sun Devils 17.
And now John Cooper, 10 years apart. He came here with Arizona State and won. Now he's come back with Ohio State and won. That is his daughter, a member of the media, who's down there on that crush. The Buckeyes win their first Rose Bowl since, well, way back in the 70s. The trophy presentation is coming up. The Buckeyes earned this trophy. They did it the hard way against a great performance by Jake Plummer. Belisari with a hug for his fallen comrade as Ohio State wins it 2017. We'll be right back. Down we go to Jackaroo. Jack.
Well, thank you very much, Brent. I want to introduce to you right now the president of the Pasadena Tournament of Roses, Mr. William Johnstone, for an extremely important presentation.
Thank you, Jack. Coach, will you help me pick this up?
I can help you, absolutely.
Coach John Cooper, one of the best ever games in the Rose Bowl to the Ohio State Buckeyes. Congratulations, John. Great.
Thank you.
Coach, I know Buckeye fans have waited a very, very long time for this. Congratulations to you, the captains, the entire squad.
That victory was for Columbus. The great fans we have, these senior football players. This guy right here played the entire ball game with torn biceps in here. Great effort. I've been coaching 35 years. Greatest victory in the history.
Coach, before the game, you told your seniors that they were on the cusp of one of the greatest opportunities. Tell our fans and our viewers what that was.
Well, these seniors just got through winning 41 football games. That's the most of any senior class in the history of Ohio State.
How about John Cooper? Tell us about the game. You started out with Jackson, then you changed over to Jermaine. You ended up staying with Jermaine. You brought Jackson in once in a while. What was the decision behind that?
Well, I think we proved today that you can win by playing 2 quarterbacks. Stanley Jackson's an outstanding football player. Joe Jermaine, how about a guy from Scottsdale that came back here and beat the hometown people? Okay, isn't that great? Joe Jermaine.
Now, Coach, we've got one more game tomorrow night. They're touting it in New Orleans as the chase for the national championship. Should Florida and the Gators defeat the Seminoles, state your case for the national championship.
Bring them here 2 days from now, we'll play them.
Hell yeah.
Both those teams are great football teams. I could care less about it right now. I am so happy that we beat a great Arizona State football team, and that's a great team we beat today.
Let's take a talk to Joe Jermaine. Joe, just an incredible second half, but tell me your emotions when you looked out and you saw Jake Plummer score there near the end. It looked as if it was going to be snatched away from you.
It's a tough feeling to see him go ahead like that late in the game, but we have confidence in ourselves that we can come back and make the plays and win the game.
Throughout the lead into this game, a lot of the media were talking to you and saying, gee, you're not going to be the starter. How do you feel about it? And the one thing you said is you were just happy to be here in Pasadena. How about now?
That's a great feeling. The bottom line in any team sport is just to win, no matter who plays or what, and we did it tonight.
Well, we have a very special presentation to you. Don't go away, Joe, because Bill Johnston's back here for the Player of the Game presentation, and it goes to you.
Joe, I'm very proud to present the Amateur Athletic Foundation Player of the Game Award to Joe Germain. Congratulations.
Not bad for a guy that wasn't the starter.
It's a good bill. I just thank my teammates for everything. They did all the work.
Well, John, I understand what you're going to do now is something special here in Pasadena. Tell us about it.
We're going to take a victory lap for all the great fans that we have come out here with us. They've been behind us, win or tie. They're great people. We're going to take a victory lap with this trophy right here.
Go get him, Coach. Brett?
Oh, what a wonderful moment. They're with his winner tie. I hope all of you heard it, ladies.
And don't time any of them.
And let me tell you, not only is it for the great fans in Columbus, but that one's for John Cooper. This was one whale of a Rose Bowl, and it means so very much to John and everybody back on that staff. And for us, what a pleasure. We want to thank our producer, Jimmy Ressler, and Craig Janoff, and his great crew coming to us for Monday Night Football for these pictures. The winning touchdown and the reaction on the Ohio State sideline. There's no feeling like it.
None whatsoever, Brent. You know, 21 years ago, I knew what that felt like. Right down there in the same spot. It's an unbelievable feeling.
The Buckeyes come west. And in the dream of Jake the Snake and the Sun Devils. For Jack Arute and Dick Vermeil, I'm Brent Musburger.